Now, the Iran war has crossed 1 month and US President Donald Trump is signaling a possible end. Trump has said that the mission is nearly accomplished and that the war could be wrapped up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. He has indicated that the United States may scale back or even end its military involvement, even if there is no formal peace agreement with Iran. This marks a shift from earlier statements, where the focus was on sustained military pressure. The US, along with Israel, began strikes on Iran in late February, targeting military and nuclear-related sites. Since then, Trump has repeatedly said that the objective is to weaken Iran's military capabilities and prevent any nuclear threat. Now, he says that those objectives are close to being met. At the same time, Trump has not announced any ceasefire or confirmed direct talks with Iran. Iran continues to launch retaliatory attacks and the conflict remains active on the ground. US officials maintain that key Iranian defense and missile systems have been degraded, but operations are still ongoing. Trump is expected to address the nation and he will also maybe lay out a timeline for ending the war or a possible exit strategy. For now, there is no official end date, but for the first time since the war began, the US president is openly talking about closing it. Let's in fact take a look at Trump's war objectives and what are the reasons behind Trump's 2-week war end announcement. Let's in fact look at those developments that are in fact coming to the fore right now. This is the latest statement that is coming in from US President Donald Trump. He's saying that this is a possible reason why he has made this announcement. So we are getting you some estimates. There is an estimation that Iran's regime will give up within weeks, proving wrong. So US had earlier estimated that the Iranian regime might just give up after a few weeks of the war. They are seeing that we are 1 month into it and Iran is not relenting. So that's a possible reason for this statement by US President Donald Trump. Let's look at reason number 2, frustration over lack of option to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. We heard that statement from Trump. He says that we will move out of the war even if the Strait of Hormuz remains closed. US has its own energy interests. They have 1% of oil flowing through the strait and now they are seeing that there seems to be no way to reopen it and hence this announcement may have come. We are looking at the possible reasons obviously. Number 3 is that Trump gives this gives Trump face saving for eliminating Khamenei and the top Iranian leadership. So obviously the US will want to seek an honorable exit. They will say we've achieved, we've eliminated Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, we've eliminated the top leadership of the IRGC, and this will be a face saver for US President Donald Trump. Let's look at possible reason number 4, where there is a lack of support from NATO allies. Obviously, NATO allies have put up their hands. They do not want to, in fact, get involved in this messy business, and this might be another reason why US does not want to pursue it further. Possible reason number 5, victory without ground invasion looks unlikely. So Iran is not Iraq or Syria or Libya. And US has realized that if they do not put boots on the ground, a victory is very unlikely and hence they might have just made this announcement. Let's also look at some of the war objectives that Trump has in fact stated. Objective number 1, destroy Iranian offensive missiles. It's not been met, because we are still seeing 1 month into the war, Iran still has the capacity to strike across the region, Israel as well, and all the other countries in the Gulf. Let's look at objective number 2, which has again not been met. That was to destroy Iranian missile production. So these production facilities, which are sometimes underground, the US has tried to claim that they had a lot of bunker busters destroying the production facilities, but we are seeing that Iran has managed to replenish its missile supply. So that's also not been met. Let's look at objective number 3, destroy Navy and other security infrastructure. it's not been met again. They might say that they have disseminated or obliterated most of the Iranian navy, but Iran still has the capacity to have a chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz, and that shows that this objective has not still been met. So, this is objective number 4, which is obviously still not been met, destroying Iran's ability to have nuclear weapons. So, this was obviously one of the most important objectives. That's what the war started off with, that we want to destroy the nuclear capability of Iran. That's also not met, unfortunately. So, for US President Donald Trump, the objectives that he in fact put forth, all 4 of them that we listed out to you, seem to have been not met 1 month into this war. So, let us look at some other breaking news that is in fact coming our way.